Too long, Americans have been forced to put up with Democrat-run cities that set loose savage, bloodthirsty criminals to prey on innocent people. Really, very, very innocent people. In every place, they control radical left judges, politicians, and activists. And they've adopted a policy of catch and release for thugs and killers. In Charlotte, North Carolina, we saw the results of these policies when a 23-year-old woman who came here from Ukraine met her bloody end on a public train. And here's a picture of it. This is the picture of it. And this is a picture of the woman. A beautiful young girl that never had problems in life. With a magnificent future in this country. And now she's dead. She was slaughtered by a deranged monster who was roaming free after 14 prior arrests. We cannot allow a depraved criminal element of violent repeat offenders to continue spreading destruction and death throughout our country. We have to respond with force and strength. We have to be vicious just like they are. It's the only thing they understand. 24 of the top 25 most dangerous cities in America are run by Democrat mayors. 50 people were murdered in Chicago in recent weeks, with hundreds being shot. And it's time to stop this madness. The people of our country need to insist on protection, safety, law, and order. We have proven that it can be done because we did it right here in D.C., District of Columbia. The capital of America was a bloodthirsty, horrible, dangerous place, one of the worst. And now it's a crime-free city, and we're going to keep it that way. It can be done. It can happen fast. All we want is, please, Mr. President, we need help. Chicago needs help. Other cities need help. We'll do what has to be done because we're going to make America safe again. And that includes our big cities. We're going to make those cities safe. Thank you. Too long, America.
You guys heard about. I'm sure you heard about the Caucasian Ukrainian lady that was unalive on a subway train in North Carolina by a black guy. I feel disgusting about this. I feel like he should get whatever's coming to him. Point. Period. But to think about it, whether the lady was from Ukraine, or whether she was from El Salvador, or whether she was from Congo, Africa, I would still feel the same about it. What's getting me is all the extremists on the right side just blowing this thing out of proportion from a racial standpoint. While at the same time, an illegal immigrant from Guatemala unallowed a 19-year-old natural-born black American, and you hear absolutely nothing about it. I've been saying this for years, and I'm going to continue to say it because the research is there. The value of a white life is far more greater than the value of a black life. This is just facts, okay? I thought we were so hard on illegal immigration and how they shouldn't be there. And you would think this would be the talking point of the Red Party, like everywhere. I've said nothing about it. Meanwhile, an immigrant from Ukrainian that was unalive, brutal, it's disgusting. On a subway, black man. You got the leader holding up pictures. You got them thinking about going after the judges. You got them talking about doing everything, trying to excite the most possible things you can do in this country all over again. But you hear nothing about Dakar Thompson, who's unalive by that illegal immigrant. Go down in the comments and prove me wrong. You guys heard about.
All right, Shalom to the elect of Israel. I want to start by giving all the praises, honor, and glory to whom it rightfully belongs, which is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone at Ruel. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect of Israel. And, this lesson is going into this, recent thing that happened with this Jake apparently who killed this this white woman on the train, this Ukrainian white woman, right? And now it's a big uproar about it. You see?
Too
And as
long,
you saw in this video
Americans have
here,
been forced to put up with
this is a
Democrats.
video done by Trump, right? And really, what I'm getting at is, they're trying to make Jake the face of crime, okay? They're trying to make our people, basically the face of crime, man. The face of everything bad that's wrong with the world. You see? That's the thing. And I mean, what this Jake did, yeah, it wasn't good. All right. And, there's a lot of people that have stuff to say about this. Esau is in an outrage right now, man. Okay, Esau is in an outrage. But where this all could lead to, is Jacob's trouble, man. I could see it leading to Jacob's trouble pretty much with, this devil rolling down on Jake. And as Trump is sending in these troops, these National Guard troops to different cities across America, this, and then the thing what happened with Charlie Kirk, right? That could be something that, they could use things like that, both of these things to say, basically to show or say that there's a need for the National Guard to be walking up and down the street and within cities and everything. You see? That's what they can say. So Jacob's trouble can come out of this. But as you see, the brother said here, a narrative is being set that Jake is a monster and basically, I guess, to face a crime. All right, but as you see, man, and really one thing I wanted to go into is how also too, Esau from let this show you that Esau does not like you Israelites. He doesn't. The so-called white man does not like you. He does not love you. He is not your friend. All right, and I came across this post earlier today.
Democrat run.
This one. And you see what it reads. When you look at the caption, wood chipper, rope, firing squad, chair, And the thing is, when it comes to stuff like this, these devils, they use, for example, when they hear about one instance of Jake doing something to their people, they use that to unleash, their true feelings. They use that to unleash their true feelings, man. All right, when they hear about Jake, doing something that shouldn't have been done, and they use that to unleash their true feelings. And then I saw this too. Now this isn't about it, but it just shows, that hatred Esau has, man.
Came and drew my fucking food. I knew it was niggas in here. Knew I smelled one. Came and drew my fucking food, cause this fucking nigga over here. Can't stand you niggas.
And I mean, the guy tried to make it sound comedic, but it's true, Esau really does hate our people, And it's not like, we should feel sad about that, okay? Because, I hate the fact that Jake has this thing to where they feel sad because Esau hates him. You should hate him back, all right? You should have that same hatred, if not greater, for them back, man, okay? Now, dealing with the situation that happened, ultimately, look, man, all right? I personally, because I understand Jake shouldn't have done it, but personally, man, I can't really say I feel pity, okay? And I say that, of course, I gotta justify it, all right? But I say that, man, because ultimately, look, man, that was judgment from the Lord, all right? Let me get some scriptures real quick. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2, verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. So the Lord is the one that orchestrates and causes deaths to happen. He's the one that causes, and orchestrates these things to happen. And the Lord is righteous, okay? It was of his will. So he willed for her to leave. He willed for her to get put down like that at the hands of a Jake, okay? Meanwhile, remember, I don't know if brothers remember, but it's like maybe 2 years ago, Esau had went on the subway, I think in New York, and I think he had learned Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or something, or he was training it, and he put Jake to death on the subway train. All right, for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't remember the whole story, but I remember that happened. All right, recently you had, that Jake, who's a cop. Basically, the cop killed his son, and he killed the cop back. That was not too long ago. So all these different things happen, and then all of a sudden these things happen to Esau. He wants to cry wolf. This is the devil, man. You see, this is the devil. Okay? And I mean, we understand the Lord is the master chess player, because from all these things going on, the deportations, National Guard, to the uproar about Jake, and this thing on the train, all these things, you see, it's like the Lord is causing something. He's about to cause that time that has never been seen before, man. Okay, Esau, man, look, he has that hatred for you Israelites. Let me get something real quick. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, and verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. See, so Esau, he hates our people. Ultimately, these devils have that ingrained hatred in them. Their spirit hates us, all right, because of the blessing. We had the blessing and the birthright. You see? We have both of those things. So they hate us, man. Okay? But these Jake want to get along with them, want to become their friends. Recently just did a lesson on this. But this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You see? And in these last days, you about to see these devils' horns pop out, man. You see? You about to see it. You about to see it, man. All right? There was something else I wanted to go. Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah, because when all hell breaks loose, because you see, these devils is pissed off about that, man. They pissed off about what happened to that woman. They is mad, man. They upset. But this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13. And when we get close to the end, you're gonna feel as we get closer to the end, you're gonna feel the tension of the end. You're gonna feel the tensions of things tighten. You're gonna feel the tension. I would say it like that. All right, you're gonna feel the tension of everything. As we get closer to the end. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13. I want to get where is it? Verse 14. It says, "And it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land." All right, point was, they shall every man turn to his own people, right? Because when all hell breaks loose, right, you're going to have all these different nations of people, like Elam was going to be with Elam, Esau with Esau, Jake with Jake, etc. You see? That's what's going to happen when all hell breaks loose, man. All right? So the tensions, man, of the world right now, they cut down. They cut, not down, but they built up thick. Okay, especially with the with this going on. All right, Esau is going to show his horns, man, and ultimately they're going to come down with that great wrath, and they're going to come down. Let me get this real quick. All right, but these troops, when they actually start rolling through the hood and everything like that, and rolling in your streets, right, and say martial law is declared, that's the end. All right, this is 2 Ezra 16. And verse 70, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." And this doesn't only go for the elect. This goes for the 2/3 as well, because they have a zeal of the Most High, not according to knowledge. All right, they have that that ferventness for the Lord, right? So it's gonna come a time where this devil, right, is gonna have his troops. He's gonna be going in Jake neighborhoods, and with their gear on, their guns, trucks, and everything. And taking them down, taking them out of their houses, ripping them out, going up in their apartment complexes, and all those different types of things. You see, and they're gonna be offing some of them, carting some of them off away into concentration camps. These FEMA camps and everything. You see, this is the times that we're about to come into. All right, it's the times we're about to come into, man. You see, as the end get closer, you're gonna see these devils. Man, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be a real ride here at the end of the days, man. Right? Let me see. I'll go back here. All right, but let me just go back.
To put up with Democrat-run cities that set loose savage, bloodthirsty criminals.
Esau says, well, he is Esau, but says savage, bloodthirsty criminals.
To prey on innocent people.
And he's talking about Jake. He's calling Jake savage, bloodthirsty criminals. So a narrative is being painted that the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, right? Because even the Northern Kingdom, right? They paint them as illegals and, the T word and, harmful, all these different things. That's what they're painting them as. And then the Southern Kingdom, you see what he's talking about. Called them savage, bloodthirsty criminals to prey on innocent people.
Really very, very innocent people. In every place they control radical left judges, politicians, and activists. And they've adopted a policy of catch and release for thugs and killers. In Charlotte, North Carolina, we saw the results of these policies when a 23-year-old woman who came here from Ukraine met her bloody end on a public train. And here's a picture of it. This is the picture.
You see, when you hold this up, what comes into people's minds is a black man, a vicious black man wearing a red hoodie, standing over an innocent white woman and stabbing her to death and killing her. That's what goes in people's minds. He held it up, man. He held it up.
Of it.
And zoomed in on it.
And this is a picture of the woman. A beautiful young girl that.
See? A narrative is being painted.
Never had problems in life. With a magnificent future in this country. And now she's dead. She was slaughtered by a deranged monster.
A deranged monster. Come on now. And I mean, to an extent, he's right, because, Jake is like that. Okay. The scriptures say this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 51. In verse 20, thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of Yahweh, at the rebuke of thy power. See? And that's what Jake is. They lie at the heads of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. You see Jake out there on the street corners, just, as the slang phrase goes, on timing, on bad timing. You see? Just ready to catch wreck. If you walk past them and say the wrong thing or look at them the wrong way, that could be a fight and potentially your life. So, I mean, to an extent, he's right. Jake do be criminals, man. Jake, does do crime, right? Jake does do all this. Oh, shit, it's locking. Jake does do these things, okay? But let's also understand something, Let's also understand. This devil is acting like he's not worse. This devil, the so-called white man, Esau, he's acting like he's not worse, man. Criminals, deranged, savage. Cannot all these words be used against Esau? I mean, this very country. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity. Did not they mass murder Native Americans and enslave, so-called African Americans. Did not they do that? Yes, they did. Okay, do not they constantly kill our people in the street all day? Right? Don't they constantly do that, man? And look, so when they kill us, when they off one of us, it doesn't really get the same uproar. These devils, they just, look past it. It's like, oh, well, he should have stopped resisting. He should have been complying, which, I mean, yeah, Yahweh said, agree with thine adversary. All right, but once again, they use these type of situations to bring out their, their true feelings towards our people, you see? But you have these Christians talking about get along with everybody, right? Stay off. And if you have that mentality during Jacob's trouble, the times to come, get along with everybody, be peaceful, you're going to be done. You're going to be mowed down like grass, man, in that time. That's going to be a bad thing right there, okay? But, these devils, man, but when they, for example, when a police officer kills us, they use that, they overlook that, they really just brush it off, But see, when it happens back to them, it doesn't taste good, does it? It doesn't feel right, does it? But only difference is they prosecuting this man to the fullest extent of the law. You see? But I bet you if that had been the other way around, it wouldn't be as promoted as it is now. Let me get a scripture for that. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. See? They get off easy with stuff. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 2, verse 11. No, not this one, Salakia. Maybe it's Zechariah 11. No. Salakia. Zechariah 11 and 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. See? Because these devils, they slay us, man. Kill people all day and hold themselves not guilty, man. Okay? They do that to our people. They do that to our people, man. You see, ultimately, we need the kingdom because ultimately we need Yahweh Shai to come back. Because when Yahweh Shai comes back, this devil is not going to be able to do as he pleases with our people anymore. Because right now, it's given in his hand to do these things for a time, right? But when Yahweh Shai returns, that's over with, man. The roles are going to be completely reversed, completely, man. All right. And this devil's going to pay for everything that he's done, everything, But as for right now, with all this stuff going on, and especially this, as you see, Trump, the president, all right, he sent he made a video on it. He made a broadcast on it, just defaming Jake. You see, so at one point or another, the devil's getting ready to do something, man. He's getting ready to do something to our people, okay, to the Israelites. He's getting ready to do something, all right, which is to roll on Jake. I told you that all hell's going to break loose. The prophets of the Lord have told our people this. All hell's going to break loose. All right. And guess what? With all hell breaking loose, okay, you're going to have these devils coming after our people, man. Okay. You're going to have them coming after our people, and other brothers have done lessons on this, but there's just the tension is so thick now. The tension is thick, man. And all these people, these devils, these Edomites out here, they feel a certain way. Jake feels a certain way, It's gonna once again. So everyone flee to every man turn to his own. Everyone turn to his own people. Roughly paraphrasing in Isaiah. All right. So I mean, I guess that's my little, input on the matter. All right, but to where this could lead to, I see Trump using this as another means to send National Guards across cities in America. I mean, he said it in the video, you know, about the crime and everything. And they're targeting Jake, man. They're targeting our people. They're targeting so-called blacks. He's just not blatantly saying it. You know, we should know after all these centuries that this devil has a way with talking. You know, a deceitful, slick, sly tongue. You know. You know, he might talk indirectly. A lot of times he does that, you know. But I could just see that happening, and then from there, all hell breaking loose. You know, they put the National Guards within the cities. They're talking about Chicago, everything, you know. So, hey, man, you know, it is what it is at that point. So, hey, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, but giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKadosh. And by the way, you know, just watch out, you know, just keep up, you know, head on a swivel. Because once again, Esau ain't happy right now. Okay, Esau is not happy. And so, like, I meant to get this scripture, but it you know, it grazed over my head. But let me get this, okay? 2 Chronicles chapter 36, verse 16. But they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy. See? So, there you go. You know, the wrath of the Lord arose against his people till there was no remedy. And the wrath of the Lord is about to arise against his people again. Okay? And he's going to use Esau to do that. All right? Part of it is he's going to use Esau to do that, man. Okay? So, these are times we're coming into, you know. Jacob's trouble is on his way. So with that, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Shalom to the elect.